Around 7 p.m. on 14th March, Election Commission of India did what some of us were waiting for to happen only by 5 p.m. on 15th March. That is today, which is when, as per Supreme Court instructions, it was supposed to publish electoral bonds data shared with it by SBI. Except it happened sooner. It published two lists. List 1 is 337 pages long. List 2 has 426 pages. And with that, the proverbial cat has been let out of the box. It is alive, kicking, and on the prowl. And over the next few days, as my colleagues, analysts, and other experts sift through this exhaustive list and join dots, this cat on the prowl will scratch many. The only question is, who'd be left the most bloodied just before the elections? Will it be the BJP, which received Rs 6,060 crores, the highest amongst all political parties, or Mamata Banerjee's Trinamool Congress, which received the second highest, a sum of 1,609 crore rupees, or have no impact on elections at all? But those questions are for later. I'm Abhishek Singh and you're watching The Mint. In this video, I will tell you what the electoral bonds data shared by SBI with EC reveals, who are the top donors on the list, which party received how much, reveal names which are rather intriguing, and a lot more, so keep watching. Now, as I said earlier, the data has been released in two separate lists, and these two lists do two things. Number one, reveal. The lists reveal the names of companies and individuals who bought electoral bonds, the amount they were purchased for, and the date of purchase. List 2 sheds light on the other key part. It reveals the names of political parties and the amount of money they received through electoral bonds. But apart from revealing, both these lists do one more thing. They bury. Yes, buried in them is the connection between these two. Who donated to whom? And by that, I mean to say, while they do reveal who bought how much and when, and also the quantum of money which different political parties received through electoral bonds, but not whose contribution went to who. So over the next few days, you'd see a whole lot of dots being joined, names of shell companies being connected to the real owners and so on. But that's for later. For now, let's go back to what's on it. So who are the biggest donors on the list? In the data release, there are 1,260 companies and individuals that purchase electoral bonds, worth over 12,769 crores. The top 20 of all companies accounted for 5,945 crores, or nearly half of the total amount donated through electoral bonds. Grasim Industries, Megha Engineering, Piramal Enterprises, Torrent Power, Bharti Airtel, DLF Commercial Developers, Vedanta Limited, Apollo Tyres, Edelweiss, PVR, Caventer, Sulavine, Welspun, Sun Pharma are just some of the top buyers. The list also features Future Gaming and Hotel Services, earlier known as Martin Lottery Agencies Limited. This is a rather interesting name. This lottery company is owned by this man, Santiago Martin. The company was probed by the Enforcement Directorate in March 2022, and it is the same company owned by the same Santiago Martin which bought electoral bonds worth over 1,350 crores under two different sets of companies. Next on the list is Hyderabad-based Megha Engineering, which has backed contracts of several large infrastructure projects, and it bought bonds worth 966 crore rupees. Megha Engineering and Infrastructure Limited is a gas company owned by PP Reddy. Mumbai-based Quick Supply Chain Private Limited bought bonds worth 410 crores. Among the other known companies, Anil Agrawal's Vedanta Limited bought 398 crores of electoral bonds, while Sunil Mittal's three companies put together purchased a total of 246 crores worth of bonds. Now, who are the biggest individual donors on the list? Lakshmi Nivas Mittal, who donated 35 crores in individual capacity. Here is the list of some of the other top individual donors. Lakshmi Nivas Mittal, Kiran Mazumdar Shaw, Varun Gupta, BK Goenka, Jainendra Shah, and one person going by only the first name, Monica, are some of the top individual electoral bond buyers. Now, as I told you earlier, since SBI hasn't connected the two lists, because as it's said in the Supreme Court, that data is kept in two different silos and will take a lot more time to furnish. But what the SBI also did was not disclose electoral bond numbers, which is essentially a unique alphanumeric number which will help establish the connection between the two data sets. And so, just hours ago, the Supreme Court rapped the State Bank of India for not disclosing the electoral bonds numbers and have asked it to submit a response by 18th March as to why. This is Mint's first explainer on the subject. Today and over the next few days, we will bring you a lot more on, so do subscribe to The Mint and like and share this video.